Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Not a game. We talking about practice.
We thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Inside a different league, I'm coming. I'm flat out coming.
It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
Hello, one and all. Welcome back to the Sports Report Podcast, boys and girls. Mr. William D. Morgan. Got a lot to talk about. Got a full crew with me tonight. It's good to have everybody here. First, let me go ahead and bring in my co-host, and he is the host of a podcast named Deferred. Remember, man, 7 and 7. What's up?
Will, jump and jive. Cardi B is a 5. Tupac is alive. Lakers in 5.
Oh, wait, this better than that. Look here, a cake mix, a remix, 2 Chico sticks, Bulls and 5. Bulls and 5. Let me stop. They're gonna get kicked out the play in. Get their ass kicked out the play in. Look, I did the show this morning for Coffee and Sports, and Mo said he actually put the Bulls to get that 8 spot. That ain't no badge of victory. You'll get destroyed by Cleveland. You'll get taken off the map. Wow.
It's better to get beat up at the dance than not even invited.
This is true. And it was a good run. I got my man Ando going crazy over here.
He's going to have a stroke, man.
They bring my man Ando in this. He's a Bulls fan, too. They bring my man Ando in this. Ando, what's up? How you doing, brother?
Bro, it is not outside the realm of possibility for the Bulls to get the 7.
You know what? You're right.
Check this out. They're a game back of the Hawks. They're 7-3 in their last 10, and the Hawks are 5-5. Mm-hmm. If the Hawks lose 3 of their next 4, and the Bulls win at least 2 more games more than the Hawks, the Bulls take the 8th, which means that they will go 7-8. They match up pretty well against the Magic. It's possible for them to get the 7 in the playoffs.
Then we play Boston.
Yeah. I mean, we're still going to get beaten 5.
Just going to get it. Bulls out in 5.
Playing chowder. Get the powder. Someone said that milk is sour. Celtics in 5.
Celtics in 5. That's all it's going. That's what's going to happen.
But hey, you know what? 7's right, man. At least the Bulls are in the dance. So
yeah. I was kind of hoping we could maybe, I don't know.
Well, dude, we're gonna make it to the play no matter what. All of the 5 bottom teams have already been eliminated, so the worst that we can finish is 10th.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping, we might do worse enough to get a lottery pick, but that ain't gonna happen this time. Let me go ahead and bring this gentleman in. He is from the original. He is from the original Player versus Team podcast. Let me go ahead and bring my man. He called himself Petty Murphy. Petty Murphy, what's up?
It's Kyle.
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm chilling.
All right. Is she rooting for the Sixers?
Come on, Key.
She is a Sixer fan. I go sit here.
Well, the Eagles aren't playing, so I mean, they really ain't got nobody else to root for.
Quentin Grimes ain't got the memo yet. That's what that is. He ain't got the memo yet. They ain't got the memo yet. What's up, Anderson? How you doing, man? Welcome
What's up, bro? How we doing tonight, Ando?
And let me go ahead and bring in my future ex-wife and baby mama. We're going to have Monique and Unique together, everybody. Bring my... Oh, my goodness. I'm going to bring my girl Erica in. Erica, what's up? How you doing tonight, baby?
Sometimes I don't know how to respond to you. Bring me in, because I'm just like, what in the fuck are you thinking over here? cheese.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. Did you say cheese or cheese? Because you can put cheese on a lot of stuff.
I said cheese, but I really needed that because my Dodgers lost tonight, so I really needed.
No! Your Dodgers lost.
Look
I don't
here.
want to hear shit. What has your team done, Ando?
We've won 3 games this year. Okay.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Hey, give our Mariners a pat on the back. All right.
What's up, Kyle? How you doing, brother?
Yes.
And better than my Braves, 1-8. Better than my
Yeah, but you guys
Braves.
have played some tough competition. I mean, you had to take on that team with like the paycheck deferred, the Dodgers.
Man,
Dodgers should be undefeated, man. Dodgers should be undefeated with all that payroll that they're deferring until 2095.
Real quick. We're gonna do things a little bit different tonight, but Kyle is here. So I want to get Kyle's thoughts on that Laker and OKC game, and then we're gonna get into some baseball, then we'll roll back to the NBA and finish up. Kyle, my friend, what was your thoughts on that Laker OKC game? What's up, man?
It was a game.
America.
It was a game.
This was a basketball game. I mean, I don't know what the implications were. I mean, they had it hyped up to 1 versus the 3 and so on and so forth. How many times did they play each other this year? Once, twice?
No, I think they play each other 3 times. I can figure it out for you. Hold on.
Like 3 or 4 times they play, I think.
I think it's 3. I think Lakers and Thunder play each other 3 times. Yeah, they played back on November 29th where the Thunder got a 101-93 win. Obviously, they played yesterday. 126-99 win. And then, ironically enough, they play each other tomorrow in OKC as the rubber match for the series.
I mean, look at it like this. I missed a couple weeks, but last time I checked, the Lakers lost a lot of games. They lost to the Bulls
twice.
Yeah, they lost to the Bulls twice. They didn't look too good.
No.
They looked a little shaky with LeBron out on the court. They lost to the Warriors. Steph got their ass. I mean, it's about to be playoff time. I don't expect them to make a lot of noise. I think people's takeaway from what happened to the Thunder the other day is an anomaly. Like, they'll play again tomorrow. If the Thunder win, then it's like, oh, well, LeBron will still get them out. So it's win-lose. It's a win-lose situation for OKC. I mean, I think them losing the other day, you can lose to anybody. Clearly, the Lakers lost to Detroit during the season.
Facts. Cade Cunningham is no joke, though.
Yeah.
He's playing well. He's got the team playing well. Lakers in the third spot right now. You got like 1, 2, 3, 46 and 37.
Yeah. Isn't it like
46 and 32? 46 and 32 between 4 teams in the West.
Well, crazy. What between the 3rd place and the 8th place, they're decided by what, a game and a half?
Like a game and a half.
So it's very possible that the Lakers, they go on a free fall. They're going to be in that play-in tournament, and nothing's going to stop them. So
you can go from hosting a playoff game to getting your ass kicked out the playoffs.
I mean, but if they drop down to a play-in, that's nothing new.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's nothing new.
Yeah. But man, I'm just Lakers fans been going crazy on TikTok. I've been on TikTok all day. The Lakers this, the Lakers that, the Lakers got this win, the Lakers got that win. Man, get out of here.
They sound like Cowboy fans.
Yeah. Who's worse, Lakers fans or Cowboys fans?
Cowboys fans, at least, yeah. At least Lakers fans
the same people.
With a couple titles.
The same people. No.
We're not going to do that. There's a difference. Let's take away the LeBron James years, right? Let's take away the LeBron James years. Dallas Cowboy fans are way worse.
Yeah,
the Lakers have the hardware to back it up.
Facts.
Yep. That's that. You know, I'll give you that. All right, I'll give you that.
They also have 2 bona fide superstars in Shaq and Kobe. When everything is said and done, even if you take away LeBron, they still have had Kobe and Shaq for 8 years.
Cow patties. LeBron fans are the worst. The thing they be killing me about LeBron fans, we supposed to forget some of the greatest of all time to fall in love and worship LeBron James. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't forget Magic. I can't forget Bird. I can't forget Jordan. To fall in love with him, that's your king.
I like cupcakes, but I don't like that cupcake.
Nope.
You know,
oh my goodness.
I like to think of it like this. There were in the early 2000s, between we'll say 2000 and 2008, there was a huge boom in the rock music industry for alternative rock. There's a plethora of bands that exploded onto the scene, and the one that ended up truly being the highest grossing was Nickelback. And I'm not saying that Nickelback sucks.
You better not say that Nickelback sucks.
I personally don't care. Like, if I'll listen to Nickelback if it'll get me laid, just like any other man. But other than that, it doesn't matter.
There you go.
But
hell yeah.
The truth of the matter is that if the reason you call yourself an alt rock fan is because of Nickelback, you're gonna get beat up behind a hole in the wall bar by a bunch of guys in punk vests that know what real music is. Okay,
I agree.
If the reason that you are a Lakers fan is because of LeBron James, you're gonna show up in Compton in the wrong color, just out of somebody's trunk. Like, them Lakers fans should be like, "What? All right, let's go. We're gonna take you Friday around the block. Let's go." And all of a sudden, what's gonna happen? Like, I just, you can't.
Yeah, 7. Those people who are LeBron fans. Who's your favorite Laker before LeBron? Luke Walton, baby. Let's go.
Damn. That's damn.
Yep.
Damn.
Who's
And I
your
gotta
favorite
get on
Laker?
and I gotta get on a TikToker here on the bed. Plugged in. I gotta get on the TikToker too. I think his name. I don't know if you've seen him. Kyle, Ken Love Hoops. I don't know if you've seen him on TikTok.
I might have. I don't know.
He
I'm on
said
TikTok a lot. So
he said I'll try to share it out. He said something that sort of kind of bothered me, and I get it. Recency bias and all. He said Steph Curry was the best point guard in the league after those 50-point games. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and say he's not the greatest 3-point shooter ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ready to put him above Magic or Isaiah
or John Stockton.
Is he young? Is he young?
Yeah, I think he's a young cat.
He's in his mid-30s, isn't he?
Might be mid-30s, maybe. Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Let me see if I can find him real quick.
36, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been in the league for over a decade.
Yeah, Steph Curry got drafted in 2008.
No, I'm not talking. No, not Steph. We're not talking about Steph. I'm talking about
the kid. The kid on TikTok.
Yeah.
Huh? No, it's on the bed plugged up over there.
If the TikToker's young, I just let them say whatever they say at this point. They're the equivalent. It's the equivalent of Nick Wright. It's the same thing. So
hey, leave
Nick wrong.
Wish Severus Snape alone. Okay, first of all. Second,
what was the name? Ken Love Soups?
I think so. I'm looking for him now.
Second, these young kids. I sound like
that's him. That's him.
I sound like an old guy when I say this. Like, and I'm not aging beautifully like Kyle, but these young kids don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like but there was so much that came out of basketball.
Dude, he looks old enough to be in his 30s, so I'm pretty sure he watched Jordan play.
95 to, we'll say, 2010.
Yeah,
I think is just an unmatched period in basketball for what we got.
I agree. I'll even go. You know what? I'll go 90, 92, or 93.
I don't know because
92, 93 in the West, you had the Sonics with Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. You had Akeem Olajuwon's Rockets. You had the Admiral with the Spurs. Mm-hmm. And that's just the powerhouses in the West. And the only team that won that in the West was.
You got 90, 93.
Yeah, 92. You had Clyde Drexler and the Blazers.
93. So if we jump, all right, 92, 93.
Okay, all right, yeah.
You had Barkley and Kevin Johnson.
Yep.
Because that was late 93 because he got drafted. He got traded in 92, 93.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got the Suns. You still had the Lakers, who, while they weren't winning titles, they were competitive with Eldon Campbell.
Yeah.
Don't mention that name to me. That man up talking about. That man up talking about. That man said he can't play. That man said he couldn't play with Shaq. Come on now.
I would definitely say 93 because if we go the start of the season 92, going into summer 93, I was in 8th grade. So that's when I really started to watch basketball.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say from 93 to 2010. Yeah.
Yeah. It's and there was because and I think the correlation with the 3-point line having too much focus now in that period, like it was used, but you still had to know how to handle the ball. You still had to have handles. You still had to be able to drive to the hole. There was no excuse. You couldn't just be a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
Right.
A 3-and-D guy would be useless in that game.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like
okay, not useless, but that would not have the value that it holds now as a 3-and-D guy. You're not starting as a 3-and-D guy in that game.
Dude, that's why I like Mark Price from the Cavaliers so much, because he had the range before Curry had the range. But he was so much more dependable at being able to distribute the ball, especially to Larry Nance and Brad Daughtry. And then you had Ron Harper on that team as well. They just caught some bad breaks from the Bulls, man, because of that guy named Jordan.
You seen him before, Kyle?
He in his 20s. He ain't 30. He in his 20s.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he looks like he's in his 30s.
He pops up a lot. Him, it's a younger dude wear glasses named Keese. He's a Laker Glazer, and it's another dude that's always glazing the Lakers. Yeah, the three of them always doing like videos together. Yeah, they're in their 20s.
Lakers, Glazers, Blazers, Lakers in 5.
I don't have a problem if you're gonna sit here and say he's the best shooter in basketball. Got no problem with that because it's freaking true. But in definitions of being a point guard, no, I still got Magic ahead of him.
No, Steph is a scoring point guard. We can leave it at that.
I'm going to say it like this. I will always say that John Stockton, if I make a fantasy basketball team, I'm putting Stockton at my 1 every day.
Well, but
I can't do that.
I mean,
I can't do that.
But here's the thing. I get what you're saying to a point about that.
Yeah.
Because Stockton is the purest at that position as far as being a distributor. He's not ball dominant. Like, he's getting it up there and distributing it. He's not creating shots for himself. He's creating shots for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the way that position is played anymore. And that's the other thing you have to look at. I mean,
I don't know. Stockton was a hell of a defender too, because he's top 3 or top 2 in steals. And you don't get that way if you don't play defense.
He wasn't no great individual defender, though.
Oh, good God, no! Like, he was not going to win a championship on his own. Hell, he had Malone, and they couldn't make it. They couldn't get a title. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Only if Magic and Zeke are available, that's when I'll take. That's when I'll take.
Okay. I can argue. I will argue Magic Johnson. I don't know. There is something about Isaiah that I didn't like.
I'm gonna go.
It could be because I'm a Bulls fan. So
if you made a 5-man team, starting 5, and you go pure point guard, pure out of all them, I'm gonna go Jason Kidd. Just out of all of them, just period, just pure point guard.
That makes sense.
I don't need Isaiah. I don't need Magic. I need a pure point guard. I'm gonna go Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is not looking to shoot the ball. He's not looking to shoot.
No, he's not looking for a shot at all. He's looking at everybody else involved.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Kids' awareness in the court. And maybe I'm a little bit more enamored by it because I grew up in Phoenix, and I, kind of like in his peak in Phoenix. But with Kidd, like his the way that he saw the court and the way everybody was moving around, it was something you just don't see very often. That's why I like him as a coach, because I know once he gets in the right spot and he gets going, he's going to be a great coach because he sees the game better than a lot of people.
Fun fact about Jason Kidd, he was on the same team as Steve Nash for a couple of years, right? Phoenix had the best 1-2 punch and point guard tandem.
What's up,
Mo?
A year and a half. What's up, Mo? How you doing, brother?
What's up, Mo?
But that's the point, though. That's where Tony was going with it. That was the point, that he didn't look for his shot, that he didn't look to shoot. Mm-hmm. He was looking to get everybody involved.
Yeah, but Stockton, if you left Stockton alone, Stockton would make you pay for it. Like Stockton, for me, Stockton was the preemblance of the 7-second Steve Nash, where I'm going to look for Malone first. All right, Malone isn't there. Let me find Hornacek. Okay, if Hornacek isn't there, before Hornacek got there, they had Tyrone Corbin. They had, what was the center that they had? Mark Eaton. Mark Eaton was a big guy that he looked for, especially in his early years. But if all of those were covered, or hey, we need to cover the interior because Malone's killing us, Stockton wasn't afraid to take shots from the mid range because that was his bread and butter. That's why he was so good at Gonzaga, because his mid range was almost unguardable. So
you talking about Stockton or Kid?
Kid. He's talking about Kid.
Oh, okay.
Seven made a wonderful point. If you watch basketball, Jason Kidd, rookie season. Matter of fact, Jason Kidd in Dallas was nice, but you saw the evolution. He was good in Dallas. He was good in Dallas. He was great in Phoenix.
Yep.
He was amazing in Jersey.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
If they would have had good coaching staff in Dallas with him, Jamal Mashburn, and Jim Jackson, that team would have been dangerous. You get an interior threat to go with that team's unstoppable.
Yep.
Fair.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into the baseball portion of the show. Then we'll talk a little bit of college, the NBA, the NFL, and then we'll get on out of here for the night, you guys. Seven, what you got in baseball?
So there is a series that has just hit Netflix that is called, I believe it's called The Clubhouse. Netflix had some cameramen follow around the 2024 Boston Red Sox through their season last year, kind of like a Hard Knocks type scenario, but for baseball. But one of the things that's already been talked about is the series, because this just dropped on Netflix, I believe yesterday or today, maybe tomorrow, it's officially dropping. But one of the things that is talked about is Jarren Duran and a suicide attempt that he had in 2022. This is while he was on the active roster for the Red Sox. He was sitting in a hotel, put a gun in his mouth. It was loaded, trigger, and the only reason he's here today is it didn't fire. But he talks extensively about that experience, about the struggles that he was dealing with at that point, and everything like that. Sit down and watch this series if nothing else for that. Show it to your kids. I was watching the Red Sox game tonight. They did lose, but I was watching the Red Sox game tonight. Jarren Duran did a small interview before the game. And one of the things that they did was they shared a text line that's like a crisis line that's in the Northeast that is for teenagers and individuals under 25. For like a peer-to-peer counselor, somebody that understands, been there, that sort of thing. And they said that in the hour and a half after that ran, they had seen a huge uptick in individuals reaching out. These conversations are important. So show this shit to your kids. Show this shit to your friends, your neighbors, everybody. I get, some of you may not be Red Sox fans. Not everybody has good taste. I understand. Watch it anyway.
That goes for you Dodger fans out there.
Oh, snap.
Now, big news in baseball outside of Jarren Duran. I want to get everybody's take on the fact that the Toronto Blue Jays announced last night, hiding in a corner, not putting it as part of major news release time, that they have extended first baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. by giving him a $500 million 14-year contract.
He ain't going to finish it.
Say what? How much?
14? Yeah. All right. I want to hear you go on this, Petty. Come on now.
That's guaranteed, ain't it? That's
100%
guaranteed. That's 100% guaranteed. That's Bobby Bonilla times 12.
Except it's not being delayed until 2045.
14 years, $500 million for a guy that's going to be a DH inside of 5 years. Talk to me, Petty. What are you thinking?
That come with reliable
So
that's crazy.
I'm about to update my resume, see if I can carry his luggage. What the
fuck? You ain't lying. Hey, I got both my kids in the wrong sport. They soccer players. I need to get them into baseball. I got them both in the wrong sports.
So what is it that
How do you think Mookie
okay.
Betts is trying to get black athletes in sports? Y'all would take that shit over like it was nothing. It's not even the hardest working sport out of all of them.
Listen, I'm just saying, and that's a good point. That's a good point. And if you want safety, I mean, outside of a missing knuckle or maybe a finger or a digit or something like that,
massive concussion on your
most of the time, because you never know what can happen, but most of the time you're gonna be safe in the MLB.
Far less risk of CTE.
Yes.
Much more time for fucking. If Tyreek Hill was a baseball player, he would have more kids than Nick Cannon.
I knew you were going there.
Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me I'm wrong.
You're not
Come on.
wrong. You're not.
Tell
He
me
would
I'm
have
wrong.
a kid. He would have a kid in 30 states and Canada.
Oh my
He would have
gosh.
a baby mama in every city with a baseball team.
He'd be worse than Tiger Woods. Hey.
What are you
Ando
talking about?
said-
We wouldn't be talking about Tiger Woods. It's Tyreek Hoods, okay?
Ando said this in the private chat, and I missed it. Dodgers, Froggers, and Loggers. Cavs and five.
Yeah, Cavaliers are going to beat whoever they beat.
Cavs and five.
Now, can I ask, being a baseball guy and not really getting, I mean, because Guerrero's only 26. Is it the length of the contract or the amount of money that Guerrero's getting?
It's a combination of the things, because the first thing is
How old is he, 7?
26.
26? Yeah, he's
26. According to the article that I'm reading right now, he's 26.
He ain't gonna sit it.
And here's the thing. So this contract, he's locked up till he's 40, right?
Yep.
He is one of those that is really good at making easy plays look difficult, partially because he messes them up sometimes.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that the committee that chose him for a first base Gold Glove 2 years ago was comprised of Helen Keller, Ray Charles, and Stevie Wonder.
Is he need to interpret? Good one, Mo. Good one.
Now he can hit. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. can hit. He's a solid career. I think he's a 280 hitter. Yeah. And that's why I said he'll be a DH inside of 5 years.
Yeah.
Making
that much money as a DH. That's just
exactly.
I was going to say
that's
that's a bad move though, because then you're not getting your money on the defensive. Well, if he's a liability on the defensive ball,
liability now.
It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. He can make good plays, and of course, I'm not a pro athlete, so I get that I'm criticizing a pro athlete here. I'm comparing him against his peers. So let's be clear. I know that he's a better athlete than me, and that even though he has probably 120 pounds on me, he could still catch my fat ass and beat me with. Okay, I get it. However, he still sucks at first. I'm just going to throw
he's just
that
mad
out.
that you didn't throw him at the top of the rotation on the karaoke list. That's the only reason he's.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
You know
That's
what?
It was.
It's because I don't have any
You got
Fernando
to put Vladdy
Vincent.
Jr. at the top of the list when you're doing karaoke, man.
So here's my
I'll
thing.
just turn the mic down, I guess.
I genuinely think that this is a complete waste of money on the Blue Jays' behalf. Like, this is a waste of money.
For sure.
They're not going to be able to do anything with their team for a while by making this deal and signing it. So, I mean, kind of where I'm sitting, I kind of feel like we can just like kiss the Blue Jays goodbye and like.
I mean, he's not the type of player that
he's
a good player. He's a good player. He's a good player who can do good things, but he's not someone who can move the needle.
He's not moving the needle. He's not the type of guy that you want as the face of your organization.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have that personality. And he does deliver some results. He doesn't have the results that you want to be in that kind of a contract. And
for that much money, yeah.
Right. I'm not saying he's not a pro baseball player. I'm saying he's not a pro baseball player worth a $500 million contract. If he cared about the locality, he wouldn't be taking this much money. He doesn't care about the locality. He wants a good deal. And he made them, because this is the last year before he was a free agent, he made them sweat and push up an offer so that he didn't have to deal with free agency. Because he knew if he got to free agency, somebody would give him $600 million. It would have happened. Again, overpay. All those rumors of black.
But he could have gone somewhere and gotten more money and gotten a smaller deal. The Blue Jays just fucked themselves. They really did.
I don't know that it's the Blue Jays have fucked themselves, but it's not because of the money that they're giving Vladdy. The Blue Jays have fucked themselves because their front office is fucking idiots. They don't know how to build a baseball team.
Agreed.
The fact that you have Alejandro Kirk. Alejandro Kirk.
Listen to me.
Who looks like Cartman grew up to be a baseball player.
Damn.
And he's a white guy, so this one's not racist.
Damn.
Alejandro Kirk looks like Hartman grew up to be a baseball player, and that's who their current DH is.
Hell,
And
he ain't got
he's
shit
one of
on
those
Pablo
guys that
Sanchez.
you look at him and you're like, he plays baseball. Does he need an inhaler while he's running the bases? Not saying
Yeah.
he does, just saying that's what he looks like when you see him.
He ain't got shit on
I-
Pablo. He ain't got shit on Pablo Sanchez. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is the Jays team plane when it's going on a
Pablo
flight has
Sanchez.
to add extra gas if he's making the trip. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, real quick for a quick update, real quick. We got Houston up on Florida, 48-32 in the second half.
It was Houston's game from the beginning.
I mean,
No disrespect to Florida, but
so I look at it like this: Vladimir he might be the third best thing about the team. Now the team's always been ass, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Oh, listen, like I said, he is the third best thing about the team. The two things ahead of him are the original logo and the Muscle Bird logo. I got
Yep.
4 or 5. I probably might have 5 or 6 Blue Jays fitteds in here. I really do. But they're ass.
I like that Muscle Bird logo.
Yeah, I think I got a couple of those. But it's like, God damn, 14 years, $500 million.
That much money.
Yeah,
Woo!
It is a huge overpayment, and that's the thing is, like I said, I don't criticize him being a pro ball player. I mean, it's in first base is not an easy position, but he certainly overdoes things and underdoes things, and and he can be a liability at that spot. He's going to be a DH in the next 5 years because Kirk is going to get diabetes or something. Like this dude, he's too fat. It's a health concern, guys. I'm serious. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. I'm legitimately concerned for the guy, but at some point he's going to something's going to happen. He's going to pull a LeVar Ball and lose an ankle or something. And that's going to be,
hell no.
That's going to be Vladdy's spot. And I hope that the fact that his daddy is a Hall of Famer did not play in his contract.
Yeah.
I hope to God it didn't.
His dad was awesome. His dad was awesome, by the way.
His dad is a legend.
His dad played for the Expos, not the Blue Jays, right?
Yes.
Yep.
His dad played for the Expos.
Yep.
And I hope it didn't because it shouldn't, first of all. And second, I don't want it to end up hurting his dad's legacy. His dad was a fantastic baseball player. He does not deserve to be in the same conversation. He just doesn't.
All right. Anything else you got? You want to clue us in on, my brother?
Oh hell yeah! Look at that ball cap, bro.
There you go.
This is my favorite, my favorite hat right here.
That's the best one.
This is my favorite one.
That's the best one.
But I did get this one. I had to save this for y'all. I wanted y'all to see this one. This one is crazy. I got this one from Capsule Hats. This thing is
hell yeah.
Oh heck yeah. Heck yeah. I like that. I like that.
Nuts.
I like that.
That is dope as fuck, man.
I like that, man.
Yep.
I like that. That's awesome.
That's like black light rave shit right there, dude.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah. Okay.
If the ball crossed the plate flag, it hit it. Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a second.
All right. Do you think, bro?
There was Dodgers had their White House visit for their World Series win today. Outside of that, I'm not really a huge thing about what's going on standing wise. I mean, things that are surprised. Obviously, we talked about the Braves being one of the worst teams in baseball right now. They actually right now they are the worst team in baseball. They are the only one-win team.
Not manufacturing runs. The pitching hasn't been good at all. Man, they really. You normally don't worry about a team to Memorial Day, but I'm worried.
Well, I mean, and the thing of it is there's a lot of things that I worry about with them. They do have the worst run differential in their division.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not the worst run differential
in baseball.
Even in baseball, even in the conference, because the worst right now, the lowest scoring team versus runs that are giving up is the Brewers, and they're 5-5.
Mm-hmm.
So there is it's not time to panic yet, Braves fans,
Yeah.
But standing outside and angrily going, "What the absolute fuck," is completely reasonable at this point. Like, I get it. I do.
Like I say, you normally as a baseball fan don't start getting concerned about your team until Memorial Day, but you getting to, but you're starting out so bad. And
there has not been a team start the season 0-7 make the playoffs.
Yep.
So the Braves have the chance to do something that would be in Braves form, really, and break that. The year that they won the World Series, they were a plus 1100.
That's what Ando was saying. They did start with the Padres and the Dodgers, so let's see what they can. So let's see what they can do to right this ship.
That's why I'm saying, like, we don't know who the Braves are yet. It's not Spencer Strider isn't back yet. Like they still got time.
Oh, for real. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the field of 64. We got the women that we're gonna bring up here in just a second. I was sort of kind of not shocked because Gino was coaching his ass off. That's the first thing. He was coaching his ass off. It was just the way they did it because South Carolina, while they did come in with not a whole lot of firepower, I was expecting a little bit of a better job.
I was expecting more of a fight, dude.
Yeah, me too. But I just think UConn was the better team. What did you guys think?
Oriemo definitely outcoached Don Staley. You don't say that often, but Don Staley got outcoached. UConn was ready to play, and you could tell that from the outset. First quarter and a half, I think they had 10 plus rebounds already on South Carolina. They had 6 offensive rebounds before South Carolina got their first. And offensive rebounds is all about hustling and effort. And I think UConn came into that game with the mindset of they're going to put us as the underdog. South Carolina won it last year. They just came in and played their asses off and showed South Carolina who they were.
I just think once UConn got past UCLA, I said to myself, okay, more than likely Gino's going to take this, but we'll see. Paige Beckers had 17 points. Zari Fudd had dropped 24. Sarah Strong had 24 points and 15 rebounds.
Yeah, Sarah Strong is going to be someone to watch the next 3 years.
Oh, yeah. Facts. And Paige Beckers, boy. Yeah.
Yep. If she is not the first overall pick in the WNBA draft.
That's a travesty.
Yeah.
That's a travesty.
She will be. That was a statement for her. Like she's going to come into the WNBA with some smoke. Maybe not as much attention as Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese did, just because of the rivalry that was going on. But she's going to come in with some smoke, and I think that's going to be some good energy that's going to help, again, continue to build on the success that the league has had the last couple of years. We can start to see some more attention for the W.
Oh, yeah.
Juju Watkins is eligible for this draft too, right?
No.
It's
next year. Next one.
Yeah, she's got another year in college before she can,
and she needs it, especially with tearing that ACL in the.
And you know what? I said it this morning, and I'll say it again. If she needs to take her sophomore year off, take it off. Get right, get better before you move on.
Nothing to gain at this point.
No,
from jumping the ship too early. Just she's making more off of NIL deals than she will off of what she's going to make at the WNBA anyway.
Yeah,
take your time.
So if you need to definitely heal up.
What did you say the score was, Will? 48
I last saw it was 48-42 last I saw.
Okay, because I heard 32, because I was about to say Florida's on a 15-0 run at the moment. It's 48-47.
There we go. There he is.
So,
I thought you said 32 as well, so that's
okay.
No.
Because if it was 48-32, Florida's on a 15-0 run, man.
That's a tear if that were the real number.
Oh yeah. Despite losing in the final,
pulling a Duke.
They might. And I'm about to bring Duke up. Despite losing in the Final Four, Cooper Flagg did win the 2025 Naismith Men's College Player of the Year award. Despite that loss, should that affect his draft stock?
No,
I don't think so either.
No.
Cooper Flagg.
Everybody has a bad game.
Duke lost.
Yeah.
No, because Cooper Flagg's not the reason that Houston stayed in that game. Cooper Flagg can't do everything. He's one guy.
Yeah.
Duke.
Fair enough.
Duke as a team allowed Houston to stay in that game.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't Cooper Flag that by himself that allowed them to go on that. What was it, 13-3 run that they went
a
on?
13-3,
13-1. I think it was
yeah.
13-1.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not all on Cooper Flag, and that's. I mean, I'm not just saying that for the white guys. Like I'm saying that because I watched that game at work. Like it wasn't just on him.
Right.
Duke had multiple opportunities to put that away.
Yeah, and
they couldn't inbound the ball in the last 2 minutes.
Nope.
They went, what was it, 8 minutes, 9 minutes without scoring a single fucking point?
Field goal, yeah.
That's not just on Cooper Flag.
And that was my thing coming into this game. Would the refs allow Houston to play their style of basketball? That was a concern for me. And they let him play.
Yeah.
They let him play. And they got the win. On the other side of the bracket, Auburn, they put up a hell of a fight against the Florida Gators, but it ended up going down. Man, Walter Clayton Jr. ain't no joke.
No.
He ain't. Ooh, that's a bad.
He should be a top 5 pick if he goes in the draft this year.
Yeah, that's a bad man right there. That's a bad man. If I hadn't had a chance to watch him play, go watch him play tonight and go watch him play beforehand.
Just don't watch the first half because he was 0 for 4 from the
don't
field
watch
and
the
didn't
first
have any
half of this
points.
game. Don't watch the first half of this game. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I was watching Monday Night Raw, so I wasn't watching it.
I got to go over to Kyle again real quick. Kyle, my brother, I got to talk to you for a minute, man. I got to talk to you for a minute. We got the Golden State Warriors up here getting 3 points in 33 minutes against the Rockets the other day. What were your thoughts on that game, sir?
Even Steph Curry has an off night, man.
Well, if you go back and look at that game, he got double teamed, triple teamed, hugged up on. If I go back and look at the highlights of that game, oh my goodness.
That's why Houston's a dangerous team in the playoffs.
Is there some rule on the Warriors that only Steph's the only one allowed to fucking shoot?
Seems like it. It does.
It seems like it is. It seems like it is. It seems like it is.
If he's getting triple teamed, that's 2 people that are fucking open to shoot the damn ball.
Right.
What the fuck?
Go back and look at the highlights of that game. You'll see it. You'll see it. He was held. He was double teamed. He was triple teamed. I expected a better game from Jimmy Butler than what we got. And then Draymond Draymond, the king of the triple single. He the king of the triple single. He gave him 2 points. He gave him 2 points.
I mean, hey, career high 2 points.
Nah.
I mean,
2 points and 2 right. He threw 2 right haymakers.
It's the ebbs and flows of the game. Rockets are a young team. They had a decent strategy that the Warriors didn't capitalize on. Again, let's put that on Steve Kerr.
I've been questioning Steve. People look at me like I'm crazy when I question Steve Kerr. Well, I do question him.
You made no adjustment.
Nope.
When your guy's getting triple teamed, you made absolutely no adjustment.
Steve sat Jason Tatum Kerr.
Yeah.
Made no adjustment.
Yeah.
That's
Steve Kerr.
The shock and awe that is on my face.
Yeah. People look at me like I'm crazy when I question Steve Kerr. I question a lot of what Steve Kerr does. It's the same freaking offense he's been running for how long?
Since his pro days in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Hold on. Kyle, it's not about great shooter. If you've got open shots, it doesn't matter who's shooting it. You're a professional basketball player.
Yes.
You shouldn't be missing open shots. That's just the way it is. Like, if we're going to hold Angel Reese to this standard, then a male NBA player who we typically have higher standards for should be making open shots.
Podisky was the only player. Podisky was the only player that came to play that day. He was the only one that came to play that day. Ain't nobody came along with him. No one came along with them.
They all were riding off the high of beating the Lakers, beating the Nuggets, and they just,
Man, look. I ain't worried about the Nuggets. If any team loses playoff position, it could be the Nuggets. That would be a team I would look to lose playoff ground. They're not a very good defensive team. Joker's not the best defender and a great offensive player, don't get me wrong, but he's not the best defender in the world either. I won't be surprised if they drop down to the play. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I won't be shocked.
I don't see it happening.
I think your play-ins are going to be Timberwolves, Clippers, Mavericks, and then anybody but the Suns.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Great offensive player, but defensively, no. They have no depth in their top. They're what? Middle of the pack on defense in Denver. I just ain't feeling the Nuggets. I just ain't feeling them. Another team I ain't feeling them damn New York Knicks.
You've been saying that forever, though, man.
I ain't feeling them either. They won the other day. Anytime the Knicks win, my night's fucked up. It's just fucked up. It's just fucked up. Oh my God, it's just fucked up. They got their 50th win. I think they're locked in a 3 seed in the East.
No, they can still fall as low as 4. 4 games left. They have a 3-game lead on the Pacers. So if the Pacers, who are 8-2 in their last 10, can gain, they're probably locked in. With 4 games left to play, the Knicks would have to Tom Thibodeau the whole thing up, which is possible because it's Tom Thibodeau coaching the Knicks. But
I don't trust the Pacers neither because they ain't got no alpha male. But yeah.
Well, hold on. Let me see who the Knicks got. The Knicks have the Celtics up next, and then they got. Where's my mouse? There you are.
Yep, winless versus the Celtics and the Cavs. Winless against winning teams. They beat up on the sister of the poor.
So the 4 games that they have left is they're at home against Boston tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Thursday, they travel to Detroit. Friday, they host Cleveland. And then Sunday the 13th, they host Brooklyn. So they'll probably go 1-3 with their 1 win being against Brooklyn.
Yeah. Like I said, I hate the Knicks. The second round.
No, you don't hate the Knicks. You hate Tom Thibodeau.
I hate that. I hate the Knicks.
I hate Tom Thibodeau, dude.
I hate the Knicks.
You hate yourself because you're a Knicks fan. That's what the problem is.
No, he's a Bulls fan.
I'm a Bulls fan. Oh, never.
Okay, I can see why you hate the Knicks because of the 90s, yeah.
I never root for the Knicks. Never, ever. I like Jalen Brunson, but I'll never root for the Knicks.
Pacers' next 4 games is at home against the Washington Wizards. That's a win. They got 2 games against Cleveland.
They split those.
Probably 1-1 on both of those, maybe. But then you have Orlando in between. So, yeah, 1-3, 2-2, 3. I mean, they can go anywhere from 1-3 to 3-1.
Don't trust the Pacers neither because they don't trust the Pacers either because they don't have an alpha male.
But you don't. If everybody's playing that Pacer kind of ball that's getting them to the dance, you don't need an alpha male. I mean, granted, it helps in the playoffs, but the Pacers are playing just fine without an alpha male.
We'll see. Passed up.
Halliburton ain't it.
Nah. Not by himself, he ain't. No. Not by himself, he ain't.
By like Siakam.
Anywhere else he'll be a number 3, but on that team he's a number 2.
Yeah.
On that team he's a number 2. It looks like the Timberwolves are starting to move toward their playoff high playing basketball. You got Ant up here killing it.
And he came back from that really gnarly looking ankle injury against the Nets too.
Yeah. He's playing well. How far do you guys see the Timberwolves getting?
Off the bus.
Jeez.
As long as the Grizzlies don't make it, I'm fine. If the Grizzlies get beat, I'm okay with the Grizzlies being out. Timberwolves, if they keep the 7th seed, they play the Rockets. First round exit.
I said it this morning on Coffee. They remind me of an old 90s team with the way their roster is constructed. With Naz Reid. Rudy Gobert's been on a tear. I gotta give him. I gotta give Rudy his props. I gotta give him his props. He's been on a tear. But yeah, I don't see them doing much either in the playoffs.
Yeah, nah, they'll be a first round. I think they'll be a first round exit because they're at the moment they're the 7th seed. So if they win that playing game against the Grizzlies, they'll be drawing up the Rockets, and even with the Rockets being a young team, I think the Rockets have a lot of firepower and their depth is kind of a key point to their team. So I don't see them beating the Rockets. But then again, teams 3 through 8 are all decided by 2 games. So
yep.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Fuck, the Timberwolves could go up to the 3rd seed for all we know.
Facts. All right, let's move over to the NFL real quick. I got one thing. It looks like Dallas Cowboys might have drafted their quarterback of the future with a trade for Joe Milton. Anybody here see Joe Milton play in college? That was a bad boy in college. That was
Tennessee,
a
right?
bad man. Yep, that was a bad man in college.
All I'm going to say is, do you see old man Jones putting in Milton over Prescott with that contract?
I don't.
So what's the point of getting Milton?
And unless that gets hurt, which is highly possible.
I mean, okay. All right.
Either way, who are they throwing to? CD?
Exactly. It's 6
CeeDee
1 half
Lamb, and
dozen
that's
to
it.
another.
CeeDee Lamb, and that's it.
CeeDee Lamb and Casper.
Yep.
Where were you throwing to? That white guy over there? That's Casper. He ain't there.
He said Casper. Oh my gosh. Brandon Cooks is gone. He got picked up by the Saints, which I don't understand why the hell that happened. You got a player just like
back home? He went back home.
Yeah, he
went
back with the
home.
Saints. Yeah, he's back with the Saints. I don't understand why the Saints did that move. I don't get it. 2 years, $13 million, I believe. I would have done that deal. You got Rasheem Shaheed, who's his carbon copy.
Yeah.
I don't understand
healthy,
that.
though.
You got to look past the results.
Facts. And looking past the results. Last thing I got in it.
I was going to say, because I'm looking up the Cowboys roster right now via ESPN. Yeah, they got Jalen Tolbert, the extra wide receiver. They have CeeDee Lamb, the guy they traded a 4th-round pick for, Jonathan Mingo. They got Jake Ferguson, Luke Schoonmaker.
Yeah, the tight ends.
Might as well be CeeDee Lamb and a bunch of white ghosts.
I do agree, sir. Last thing I got in the NFL, Julio Jones announced his retirement. I'm gonna miss Julio Jones.
He should definitely be in the Falcons Ring of Honor. I do not know if he's Hall of Fame worthy, though.
If he is,
he's not first ballot Hall of Fame.
If Julio gets in, it won't be first ballot.
Oh, God, no.
I think he deserves to be in, but I don't think it'll be first ballot.
It won't be first ballot for Julio. If he gets in at all, it'd be second, third.
I don't think he will. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a good player. He'll be in the Falcons Ring of Honor for sure. But he is not going to make it into the Hall of Fame.
For sure.
He never got a ring, did he?
No. Only team he played for that made it to the Super Bowl is that 28-3 Falcons team.
Yep. Y'all know how that turned out.
He doesn't. I mean, that's something that he might get in.
Look at Erica.
Oh shit, that's right. Erica's a Falcons fan. My bad, boo. My bad.
Look at Erica's face.
She hiding now.
Oh my gosh. She
Oh no, I'm making sure you notice I turned the hat around.
You turned the
now
hat
you
around.
can see my face. Fuck you, Pando.
Look, I admit it. We got our ass kicked in the Super Bowl this year. That's all I'm saying. So
to 22.
Yeah. Hey, look. We admitted that we didn't show up for 3 quarters. The Falcons showed up and stopped playing halfway through the third and was like, cool, we got wait. What are the Patriots doing?
They went to halftime and went, we're gonna lick each other's buttholes, and then decided to come back out and be like, it felt too good, we can't play.
That's a lot.
All I got to say is my Saints, we went to the 2009 one. We got it. We ain't been back since.
You know what though? It's better to make the dance and win than to make the dance and shit the bed.
Fact.
Really?
How? No, she's not real life. That is actually an AI chatbot that Will coded.
That's Erica GBT.
Yeah, that's Erica GBT.
Erica.
Will actually, it was supposed to be an Asian chatbot, but unfortunately he didn't do it right.
I couldn't program it correctly. So
if you said Eureka instead of Erica, you'd have been fine.
He got stuck with a white girl with a flat house to be his fucking next ex-wife and child support.
Anyway, moving right along before we get banned by the FCC.
Hey, Seven, you've seen that Family Guy episode about the FCC, right?
Yeah.
Yo, so they gave us this little warning. They're prepared to do their worst. Well, I think it's quite another place you can stick it first. That's what I say about the FCC.
I've never seen that episode. I got to catch up and watch it.
You got to see it. You got to see it, Will.
I got to catch up and watch it.
First couple of seasons. It's called PTV. Peter starts his own TV network.
Oh my gosh.
So
it's when they make fun of the It's when they make fun of the whole Janet
Raven shit.
Jackson
Yep.
Super Bowl thing. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. There's a verse in that song that goes, "So they sent this little warning. They're prepared to do their worst." And hold on. So they gave this little warning. They're prepared to do their worst, and they order. No, fuck. How does it go?
Don't worry about it.
God.
We got some bills. We got some bills we need to pay, guys. Hang out with us. We're gonna be right back.
Football season is here, and SeatGeek is my go-to for buying tickets. Now, with SeatGeek, every single ticket is backed with their buyer guarantee. We've all had plans change, and when you can't make it to the big game, SeatGeek has you covered. They're the only ticketer that allows you to return your tickets ahead of the event for credit with SeatGeek swaps. So when things come up, I know that my tickets won't go to waste. So what are you waiting for? Download the SeatGeek app to maximize your possibilities and shop live events with confidence.
National Streaming Sports is brought to you in part by BetUs.com, designed for true fans. NFL odds, Week 1 and futures, college football odds, including Heisman Trophy favorites and playoff odds, NBA odds of division winners and playoffs, Major League Baseball playoff and World Series odds, the National Hockey League Conference playoffs and Stanley Cup odds, and boxing wagers. Betting opportunities include versus the spreads and outright winners, also during the game. Use our link on our website, nessp.info, the Bet Us Opportunities webpage, for a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. Must be 21 years old, and remember, bet responsibly.
All right, we are back. We are back. I want to say thank you for joining us tonight here on Wire to Wire Sports. We do appreciate you guys coming out, supporting the show and force. We do appreciate you guys. Do you have any last thoughts and opinions before we go ahead and wrap things up for this evening, y'all?
7, you want to start?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll take the mantle. I'll take the initiative since we're almost sports after dark. Fuck Rob Manfred. Fuck Jerry Jones. Fuck Jerry Krause. Fuck Jerry's Reinsdorf, and fuck Tom Thibodeau.
Damn.
We can't
But I
afford
got a
that many
list, man.
prostitutes with low standards.
Yo, but with all that money that Jerry Reinsdorf is making off of the god-awful White Sox, I think he can afford a few hookers for me.
No, he's broke. Just ask him. He'll tell you.
Okay, cool. We'll just send him down to Jerry's world. Jerry loves showing off his dome.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah. Fuck you, Jerry Jones.
Oh, my goodness.
Minute 22 to play. Houston's up 63-62 on Florida.
Yeah. Y'all go check that last part of that game out. That's going to be amazing. That's going to be something. All right. Again, thank you for joining us here on Wire to Wire Network. We do appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys again tomorrow morning, and we'll be back here on Monday night for another edition of the Sports Report Podcast. Everyone have a great week. Have a safe week, and take care.
Bye. I just want to say I love you all.
And real quick, fuck Taylor Swift.
Yo,
that's aggressive.
Yeah,
we don't want to get attacked by a bunch of Swifties.
Yeah, dude, you don't want those. You don't want those 15-year-old girls. You
Tell
don't
them
want
to bring
those 15-year-old girls coming
I
at
ain't
you.
worried. Tell them to bring it.